Revolut has given us some big news that has shown us what banking the next generation will look like. So, what shall banking 2.0 or banking the next generation? What shall it look like? We'll talk about that soon coming up. And Bitcoin passing 65K again is very important. Okay. And we'll tell you why coming up as well. But first, as always, cue my guy Indigo Saint. Check out his channel, The Third Eye. Okay. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint building. Black View Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on our black or invested. Best believe it was black or invested. Dark horse in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black or invested. Best believe it was black or invested.
Let's go. Indigo gets me hype every time. What is up, guys? What is up, Crypto Warriors? What is up, Black Roo Crew? We in the house here on a Thursday. Let's get it. Let's see who's in the chat. Nobody yet. All right, let's share the screen here. And get directly into it. I think we'll start here with the Revolut news. Well, actually, let's start with Bitcoin news, and then we'll get into the meat afterwards. So here, I believe Bitcoin breaking over this 65K here was a big mark for Bitcoin. Because as you guys look here, we're looking at a day chart here. And we're going to peel back a little bit. So since around like June, we've done nothing but create lower highs, right? And finally, we just barely, if we zoom in here, we just barely passed a local low, right? Or a local high, if you will, right? We could not break over this like 64.9 mark, and we did. We just did, right? So if we continue over this 64.9 mark and solidly land at 65 land and keep it, maybe we can continue up and, here fourth quarter or beginning of 2025, get into new territory, man. It's looking pretty good. Let's look at the week chart. Let's bring in our other indicators. Okay, yeah, we're looking like we're ready for a bounce back up here. So yeah, it looks really promising to me. Let's see how we be on this. We'll get back to a little Bitcoin analysis later, but then let's go ahead and get into this Revolut news. What is up, Esco 215? Okay, so Revolut. So Revolut intends to launch a stablecoin. So news might be a little bit old for some of you guys. Here, September 18th, this news came out. So UK fintech firm Revolut intends to launch stablecoin per report. If we scroll down here, London-based fintech giant Revolut is far along in the process of launching its own stablecoin. Revolut stablecoin will likely not be available in the U.S. as the firm shuttered its U.S. crypto services last year. So this is pretty interesting, knowing that Tim Draper owns a piece of Revolut, and Tim Draper also owns a piece of Robinhood as well. So Revolut's not going to be stepping on Robinhood's shoulders by doing what it does in the UK. So, Tim Draper has his hands both in the UK and in the US here with Robinhood. So we can look at this, in that they don't really need to be in the US because Tim Draper already has Robinhood in the US and he has Coinbase in the US and he has Gemini in the US. He doesn't really need Revolut to be there, right? But one of the things this mirrors is another kind of banking 2.0 company, which is PayPal, right? And PayPal launched its stablecoin, its dollar-based stablecoin, Pi USD, in August 2023, and has amassed a 733.1 million market capitalization as of September 18th, making it the fourth largest stablecoin. So that has been highly successful for PayPal, right? Now, if we look into this a little bit deeper, our guy Maximus Crypto told us about how much Quant that Revolut holds, and I was able to find a matching post by Mine Crypto. I know Max references Mine Crypto a lot. I probably should be following this guy. Yeah, we'll click follow and we'll go work out everything later because I'm following only 888 people because we love the triple eights. We love the triple eights. But anyways, Quant, Revolut are now the 25th largest holder of Quant with that amount, okay, which is 62.5K plus, right? Worth nearly 4 million. It's interesting. The 25th large holder, 2025 is coming up. This is a signal that it's going to be a big year. Like these things, I don't think they do these things like by coincidence, right? So very, very interesting. And it says here, Mine Crypto says, Revolut became a UK bank after receiving its banking license from the Prudential Regulation Authority, PRA, in I don't know what time, but apparently they haven't, right? So very interesting that Revolut is holding on to this much Quant. And remember about Project Rosalind and Quant, which we'll bring that up here. Quant selected by the BIS and the BOE to be a tech provider for Project Rosalind. And definitely check out my guy, Maximus Crypto. He's gone way in depth in this. Like best in the biz, my guy, Max. Definitely check him out. We're just going to touch on it a little bit here. Quant, a UK fintech startup founded in 2018, creating the foundation of the blockchain economy, was selected by the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, and the Bank of England to be a main partner and tech provider for Project Rosalind, which just concluded and was deemed a great success. Okay. Final report highlights over 30 successful interoperability use cases connecting blockchains to real-time gross settlement systems. Okay. And we all know that Quant's like a ledger of ledgers, if you will, right? Being the whole quote unquote over ledger. And says Project Rosalind is developing prototypes and application programming interface to distribute retail CBDCs. Okay. And remember the thing that I always continue to tell people about, right? Is that according to this article here, it's on Cointelegraph, December 17th, 2022, central banks to set standards on banks' crypto exposure. This is from the BIS. Okay. The new standard limits crypto reserves among banks to 2% by 2025, and goes into effect on January 1st, 2025. So basically, for the first time, January 1st, 2025, crypto reserves for banks can go to 2%. Okay. So they can spend up to 2% in crypto reserves come January 1st, 2025. Okay. Uh, this is for central banks. Okay. Now, what are some of the cryptos they're going to buy? You already see there that the BIS has a relationship with Quant. So maybe this is when we see a big splurge in Quant, right? Maybe this is when we see a gigantic splurge, um, 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 splurge, or like a gigantic increase in Quant's price. I'm very, very excited for January 1st, 2025. So both before it and after it, like what can happen to crypto, all right? And what these central banks are going to want to grab, what cryptos they're going to want to grab. I'm really thinking it's going to be Quant for sure, based off the information we just received, right? I'm just like, and here you go. You see a global standard for banks' exposure to crypto access has been endorsed by the group of central bank governors and heads of supervision. Okay, for the Bank of International Settlement. Okay, so I think this is going to be huge, right? And if you guys are one of those guys that have you're betting big on the meme coins because that's where the money's been going for the end, at least the end of this year. Maybe you might want to come back, not financial advice or anything, just what I'm doing with my portfolio. Maybe you might want to grab some Quant just in case, right? So I think this is going to be huge. What is up, Underdog Research Channel? Appreciate you being here, brother. Thanks for being in the house, Dave. Really appreciate it. So back to where we were here. Where were we? So yes. So yeah. So this is huge. This is huge news. I think with Revolut here and understanding that, okay, they're creating their own stable coin. They're already holding a lot of Quant, and they're according to Mr. Mine Crypto here, they're already a UK bank, and we know Quant has heavy ties to the Bank of England, the Digital Pound Association. Like all of this stuff is looking really good, really, really good for Quant. Let's bring them up. Digital Pound. If I could spell. So all this is looking very good for Quant. Very, very good for things like XRP, right? They're part of the Digital Pound Foundation. It just, I'm really, really excited for 2025, y'all. I'm very, very excited for 2025. You can see its partners, Avalanche, Accenture, Ripple, Quant, Fireblocks, but definitely they're important, Ripple and Quant. And something else I wanted to show you guys that I saw on this thread, Crypto Hawk put something on here. I'm just not so sure. It says, okay, we'll get into that Ledger news a little bit later. It says breaking, Revolut, not Ripple, first to the market with crypto payment card. I think crypto payment cards have been around for a while, so I'm not sure what he means that they're first to the market with it. But so I mean, you can pay with crypto via Strike. You can pay with Bitcoin via Strike. So I'm not sure what he means like by first to the market, and I'm not gonna really play it. But that's interesting. That's interesting there. What I do like even better is this news that he was talking about with Ledger and Revolut to join together on a crypto company, buy, sell, and convert. So I found that here where it says this is from August 14th, 2024. Revolut meets Ledger. And remember, Tim Draper owns both of these, right? So it's very, he's having these things, or you could assume he's having these things collaborate. At the very least, we know he owns both of them, right? So, and we've been over that on the show. We want to make buying crypto as accessible as possible. That's why we launch an integration with Ledger. Now you can buy crypto from us and secure it directly in your Ledger wallet. This partnership is the next step in our mission to help people onboard Web3 securely and seamlessly, says Emil Urmanishin, general manager at crypto at Revolut. We're delighted to be working with Ledger, a leader in self-custody space, as we further cement Revolut as a go-to financial app for crypto investors. This partnership is a testament to recent Revolut ramp success and our commitment to providing safe and accessible place to trade for the crypto ecosystem. So that is very interesting. So we got Revolut. We know that Revolut's a bank. We know that you can buy and sell crypto in there, and they're doing this with Ledger, and they hold tons of Quant, which we just saw there. So it seems like with a lot of these things that Draper is owning, he's creating this banking 2.0. And we can also see that with Robinhood, right? Let me see if I have that pulled up. Where Robinhood bought Bitstamp, right? So we already know that you can buy crypto on Robinhood's American app. But now Robinhood's also getting its fingers over there in Europe by buying Bitstamp. Also, what it's looking like it's going to do is give them a MiCA license. Okay. So it says with the acquisition of Bitstamp, which was founded in 2011 and holds 50 active licenses and registrations globally, puts Robinhood in direct competition with Binance and Coinbase. Well, we already know that Draper owns part of Coinbase and he owns Robinhood. So competition, I don't know about that because he already owns 2 or 3. So that's a little gamesmanship with Reuters there. I'm sure they know that. I'm sure they understand that. But here we go, right? Or maybe they don't. I don't know. But he owns both. He owns 2 out of 3 of those, at least. I don't know anything. I haven't researched him any connections with Binance, but he owns the 2 of the 3 of these. So we've been over this news before, and we've shown you where one article said, okay, what this is really going to give Robinhood is a MiCA license. It'd be very important if they want to get things done over in Europe, right? So now we put that together. We got Robinhood doing that. We got what's it called? Revolut. So Draper seeming to get his hands dirty or getting a big presence in Europe there. Okay. So we already have SWIFT with China and the BRICS side of things, where it seems like he's building a bigger presence in Europe and UK side of things as well. Okay, we might have to close this article. Okay, and one of the things I wanted to highlight for you guys too is that there's a European blockchain conference that's underway, and I think this is the last day of it. And I think my audience, at least you guys, I think you guys understand that there's a huge amount of bankers in the crypto system. But I really think, and for anybody that might be seeing this for the first time or might be on Twitter seeing this for the first time, I'm not sure that people truly understand the amount of like banking that is involved, like old school banking or old school bankers that are involved in the whole blockchain thing, right? And we've chronicled for you guys how Mastercard and different people, um, IBM and IBM's not bank, but Mastercard, like with the credit cards, and Visa. How Visa, we know they have a deal with Block V. We know that Mastercard has a deal with XLR. Um, but just looking at some of the speakers from this conference, we run into a ton of different banks. Santander, right? I think Santander has an investment in XRP. And this is the European Blockchain Conference, which is going on 25th to the 26th. So as far as European time, it probably is already over. But look at some of the people who attended. There's a Santander Bank, right? We got Raditz. I'll post this link in our Telegram. Definitely come over and check out our Telegram. Tons of people in Telegram. We talk crypto. We talk positive man stuff. We talk modern dating, modern women. We talk about artificial intelligence. We talk about BRC20s. We talk about DeFi and passive income. Free for now, but yeah, definitely come and check out the Telegram. Link should be in the description. Here we got MasterCard again. Remember, I just mentioned them when it comes to XLR, right? And shout out to the patrons. Look at XLR having a very, very nice time right now. Having a very nice time right now. Look at that. Drop down to like the 49-cent mark, trying to make it back up here to the 200 EMA, and maybe it's on and popping after that. But this is definitely on a Patreon. So, from what is that? From 50 to 70 something? What is that? Like a good 40% gain? Let's go ahead and have a little victory lap for the Patreon. The other one we mentioned on the Patreon was Dragonchain, which is up almost like 150% since we mentioned it on the Patreon. Yeah, we were talking about it on the Patreon at like 0.012 cents. Gotta love Dragonchain. Check out my video. Be sure to go over and check out my video on Dragonchain. Let me see if I can bring it up and show you guys the video. This guy's moving kind of slowly today. Okay, well, check out the video on Dragonchain. I think I named the video like 3 patents or something like that. Something I can't remember the name of the video, but definitely check that out. Okay, maybe this is gonna go a little bit faster this time. Okay. So definitely check out the video on Dragonchain, in which is titled pretty sure it was a live stream. Okay, Dragonchain, Disney connections, and then 8 patents, 1 Fortune 500 company, 1 coin. That is about Dragonchain. Definitely check that out. It's like we got a fair number of views for my channel on that. Like You really can't beat that. 8 for real, like live patents that are still active right now. One Fortune 500 company, one coin. Definitely want to check that out on Dragonchain. They make it hard for you to get Dragonchain, but that's definitely on purpose, right? So, little digression there, but let's get back to this European conference. Aberdeen, their investments, they're not quite a bank, but they're a big investment place. This little thing down here is annoying me. I don't know how to get rid of it, but I guess we can just keep it there because I don't know if you can exit out. Bank of England, those guys again. We just talked about them when we were talking about Project Rosalind, right? Excuse me. Kraken, it's an exchange, so kind of a bank. Those exchanges are probably going to be banking 2.0 when you really think it. There's Gemini, which we know Draper is a part of that, right? Near, he's invested in that one as well. Let's look at more. European Commission. Arab Bank of Switzerland. Kraken again. UNICEF. Van Eck, one of the biggest hedge funds in America. And here's Robinhood. Of course, we were just talking about Robinhood. They were present there. Again, kind of banking 2.0, that you can buy stocks there. You can buy crypto. And they just bought, of course, I think we just saw it was Bitstamp, right? Mara there. Santander again. This may be a bank, BNP Paribas. House of Commons. So Britain really, the British are very heavily represented there as far as the British government, the Bank of England, Nordhees Bank. Ministry for Economy, Finance and Industrial and Digital Sovereignty, General Directorate of Treasury. I mean, for whom? But that's some countries that bank CIS. I think that is how you would probably say that. Banca Sella. I think that's bank in at least Spanish, right? Or Italian. I know banco for but maybe it's you gotta have the gender of the words agree in those languages. So I think that's a bank as well. Securitize. Maximus Crypto has definitely showed you guys how Securitize is related to BlackRock. So definitely Securitize, that's big, right? ING Group, they're big. They're related to R3's Corda. Hive there. Very good stock there. Another Bitcoin miner, Hive. Sounds like some type of bank, but here we go. A&B Amaro Bank. I know I heard Max in one of his shows that I was listening to this weekend. He was talking about A&B Amaro Bank. Like, look at the number of banks, bro, that are here, guys. Like, crazy. Arcanics, remember them with Hedera and how they're doing that deal with Onera and Hedera. Another Draper connection there. Injectives there. A lot of VCs are there. Spartan Group. Mora Bank. Renta for Banco. AYG Banco. BBVA. Asset Management, but they're a bank, of course. Tellurian Capital, that's a big hedge fund. CoinX, another exchange. And of course, Quant was there. Martin Hargreaves. Figures Quant would be there, right? Energy Web, I saw. Raiffeisen Bank International AG. 21 shares. We've been over them on this channel before. So just so many banks. Accenture. Think we're getting towards the end of them here. Okay. It's like just crazy, just so many banks. I should have started like counting all of the different banks that we had going on here. But very, very interesting here. And it just lets you know like this is where we're heading. Right? We're heading for exchanges being banking 2.0. Clearly the banks are involved with these with certain blockchain companies, with certain crypto companies, right? It's not just, whatever Inu coins out here, right? This is the next generation of banking here. Like, full stop. But yeah, let's see what we got in the chat and questions in the chat. Do you think the market will take one last dip before the elections? I think it's possible, Esco. Thing that always happens is it seems like people do like reorganization of their portfolios and their stocks, at least in December, towards the end ish of December. Um, could we have another dip? It's possible, but I think since we just passed this local low, which I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if you were here for this, but let me get rid of those indicators and zoom in. We passed the last point in time where we had a high, which was like 64.9. We passed that. If we can kind of hold and go a little bit higher, or I mean, even here is fine if we just hold that and then go and do a lower low, right? As you can see here, technically we did have a lower low here, and this is giving us a little higher high. Like maybe we're trying to actually climb out of this range finally, right? But do we break out fourth quarter is the question, or do we break out more towards where I was showing you with this article, more towards first quarter? I would think, that it's probably going to be more first quarter. I would think that, um, due to people trying to tax harvest and do all of that stuff towards the end of the year. So that means that the breakout would be kind of more first quarter. That would be my thought. That even given this little bit of a breakout towards the November and December areas, well, let me take that a little bit back, because November we do have the election, and kind of after the election, it does seem like there is a little pop with Bitcoin. I don't know. I had it labeled here, and my labels seem to be gone, but okay, there they go. If you go back to the 20th, the 2020 election, right after the election, we had liftoff. Like people didn't even reorg or nothing. It was just boom. Of course, this was a little bit after the halving, all of that, right? Boom. So maybe we get this like the last halving we had. Right after the election, things just went bananas. Maybe we get that same thing coming up here in November. And this is just kind of getting us ready for it. Kind of like what happened back here. We're just really about to get out of the out of the out of this funk. Maybe so. And then if we go back even to 2016, guess the election, it took a while. It didn't happen directly after the election, but it did happen in the November area that Bitcoin took off. So if we go back the last two halvings, it seems like November's been a good month kind of after the halving. So we shall see. We shall see. What's up, Crypto Rico 77? Moonwolf Crypto and Sheev are going parabolic, y'all. I don't know. I haven't checked those. What's up, Jay? Jay Sure 2.0, Black Roo. Appreciate it, brother. What's up, Riviera Group? My guy Scott. Quick question: would you ever consider joining one of those blockchain-related major player companies that you have been showing examples of? If so, which role or department? You know what? I have no idea. I really kind of like my job. Shout out to my job. Um, I never know, but if the opportunity ever presented itself, maybe. But I'm pretty happy where I'm at for now. I'm pretty like shout out to my job, but yeah, I think these things are very interesting. It would be probably like really interesting to work for one of these companies, um, like maybe from a PR point of view or like marketing point of view. Um, yeah, I think that would be really kind of interesting. But I'm good where I'm at for now. Not saying that you're interested in leaving your position as a coder at your current day job. Thanks for the disclaimer, bro. Considering how much you know about other aspects of blockchain, where would you consider? Um, Honestly, I think that any of these would be like any of these, especially the ones that are connected to Tim Draper, would be great positions to have. Remember, we had spoke to Andrew Saunders, right? About scale, and Andrew Saunders, um, he really kind of laid out scale for us. And if you look at scale and the people that they're involved with, right, seems to me like that was a really great job choice for him. And um, with his background and the things that he's doing, it seemed like he had the choice to go to a whole bunch of different companies, and scale is what he chose, right? So in looking into scale, you know, consensus backed, Hashkey Capital, that's Casper Labs, Galaxy, Multicoin Capital, Boost VC, Draper Sun there, Winklevoss Capital, like all the players are kind of involved in this. So, you know, if I had a choice, it would probably be something like a scale or something like a near. But what would I do for them? I have no idea. But I would want something where like all of these type of guys were involved as far as like um backing in things were concerned, right? And of course we saw near being represented in this blockchain conference. I'll put a link to this in the Telegram. But if you look up European Blockchain Convention, you can see all of these names. But you can see here Christopher Donovan. I think it was more than one person. Yep, Bianca Guimares Chadwick. Um, I think I said that correctly or close to correctly. Forgive me there, Bianca. Um, but you can see those would be the ones that I would try to go for if I ever had the chance there. But yeah, guys, the biggest thing to take away from this is like banking 2.0, and I think these are the companies that we should be kind of investing in if we can. I don't know that our route is open to the public to invest in. If they are or not, maybe we can see and link to. But we know PayPal is right. Early Q. We know PayPal is. We know Robinhood is publicly traded. We know LCX is probably going to be a bank of the future. And shout out to LCX. That was definitely on the Patreon as well. They're looking golden right now. Again, another former or coming blockchain bank. They've actually passed the 200 EMA, almost 18 cents, bro. Looking very juicy, very nice. I had it down here at 13. I definitely went and got a whole pile down here. I'm almost at my dream LCX bag, right? And I thought I had my dream LCX bag at 8, but I really should got even more then. But that's okay. I re-upped here at 12, 13 cents, right? And we go look at LCX. Shout out to Max. I think he's the first person who's actually said that they've said this, that these guys have said it. So if you look at LCX's description from the World Economic Forum, they literally say it: a blockchain bank for the new financial world. Like, need I say more? But let me just go on. LCX's goal is to become one of the world's first licensed and supervised blockchain banks, seamlessly blending traditional and crypto assets. LCX will be offering the next generation of digital asset exchange, a security token exchange, crypto asset financial products and services. LCX is focused on helping both traditional and blockchain market participants make the most of opportunities arising from the growth of cryptocurrencies and tokenized assets. LCX was founded in 2018 and based in Vaduz, Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein. LCX is building the infrastructure to power professional crypto finance. Okay. And it's just barely under 1 billion tokens for LCX. So could we see LCX at $10 or something crazy sometime soon? Man, I really do think so. Just think of it. Blockchain bank, right? Having it as a $10 per coin bank, it's just at under 1 billion supply. That's not far-fetched to think about, right? It's just not far-fetched to think about. I definitely got some good entries on LCX. Let's go 215. That's right, guys. I want nothing but the best for you guys for 2025. My financial advice, just my hope for everybody, right? Make your own moves. I'm only mentioning the moves that are in my portfolio, on my own personal journey here. But yeah, so mentioning blockchain banks or banking 2.0, we got LCX, of course. We got Revolut, which we highlighted on the show, Robinhood, which we highlighted on the show, PayPal, and their stock prices is a little bit more maybe out of reach for people. But of course, I know people have 401ks and different, ways that you can invest in stocks. So maybe you might want to look at doing it that way, even if it is you got to invest in some Vanguard ETF that has it in it, right? So yeah, PayPal, Revolut, Robinhood, LCX. You put me on. I just followed up with my own research. Love it, bro. Love it, bro. I love it, bro. That's the whole goal of the channel. The goal of my channel is really, guys, I want to make things like dead nuts simple, right? I do the research, but when I do the research, I'm really trying to hit people at dead nuts simple. Like, if you want to go into a more involved researcher, I show you guys where you can go talk to or look at tokenizer stuff. You can go on Max's channel. Max will get very, very deep into the research. But what I want to do is I want to make it relatable and recognizable for people. So that's like, okay, blockchain bank. Okay, these guys are working with other banks that's very simple and easy for people to understand. That's my goal with this channel, guys. I want to make it simple. I want to make it easy. I want people to understand, just on a base level where it's not like you have to have your computer engineering degree or whatever. You just understand. Okay, oh, that makes sense to me, right? If this thing is in banking and it's hanging out with all these other banking people, that makes sense that that's something that I should invest in, right? Not financial advice, just my own personal portfolio, right? And that's what I want to do, and that's my goal for this channel for people, right? And I'm hoping here to have some revisions in the way that we do our Patreon. It's at this price for now, but I want to start doing things like having like meetups, or like not meetups, but like um uh a once a month like members only thing where people can come in and talk about what's going on and stuff like that. I'll let you guys know when I roll that out. And I do also kind of want to launch another channel where we talk about more kind of things like what Underdog and I are talking about on offline, right? And be on the lookout. We're gonna have another offline show coming up. Now that my guys are back from Hawaii, we're gonna have another offline show coming up. I want to kind of have like a separate channel that kind of hits on offline topics and kind of hits on things that I can't necessarily talk about that are, this channel is more crypto specific, but I want a channel that's more like maybe, I don't want to say pop culture, but more focused on like non-crypto stuff, put it that way. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your attention tonight. Hope you guys learned something great. And let me know what you guys want to see on the show. Let me know what you guys thought about Revolut. Drop some comments. And I'm going to steal this from Max. I think this is a great idea. If you made it to the end of the show, just drop a Draper in the comments there. And I know you made it to the end. So thanks so much, guys. I'm out. Have a